All right, living in the blessings of God. You saw that. So I'm now thinking, what living in the blessings of God is the topic that I gave, correct? And then if you look at the Bible verse, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Is there a correlation to that? Living in the blessing of God and the Bible verse? It is an interactive one. You can talk to me, no problem. We can talk to each other, we can share with each other. And you want to ask me any question, also can. I'll go on to the next one. The objective, today's objective in all sharing and teaching, there must be an objective, right? We are supposed to talk about the living in the blessings of God, correct? But the word, the Bible verse is faith. So Keith, your message heading says living in the blessings of God. Then why faith? Okay, I'll share with you what is faith. Okay, then show you how faith produces blessing and how to live in the blessings, reward of God. Is that okay? So, and in between, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Before I go on to the next slide, anyone want to ask me any questions in any of the slides that you saw just now? Okay, so you missed out the advertisement. It's like, what is the iPhone 7 got to do with the blessing? Okay, I'll talk to you about it later. Good that you got it. It was a commercial break kind of, advertisement kind of thing. For something that I've been hoping and wanting. So I put there, maybe I can get it today, Never know, we got a lot of rich people. They might say, okay, I want to bless you with But living in the blessings of God. I want to tell you that it is not by chance that all of you are here. I think there's at least two of you who have given up on God. You are telling this God might not be real. I've been born into this religion or this belief, but I don't think this God is real. I got to look for something else. I want to end my life. I want to end this belief that I have. So to the two of you, especially, this message is real, okay? All right. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. A lot of people know about this verse, correct? What does this verse really say? Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. We have some lawyers here, you know what is evidence, right? And ASV and ESV also says, now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, a convictions of things not seen. So in equation, you look at faith, substance hoped for, and unseen evidence or conviction. Okay, if I see someone, her face is really pale and she looks very, very sick. And do I need any more evidence? She can see that she's so sick. No, not you. I'm just giving you an example. Someone really, really happy and jumping and joyful and happy. It's an evidence that the person is happy, correct? So this is important that we have a belief. The faith is something that you really believe, and you believe in whom? Okay, I want to share with you something else. Oh, this is my friend Paul. I don't know what this slide is doing here. But let me share with you about Paul. Paul is a good friend of mine. Okay, he lives in Singapore. One thing very clear about him is an IT guy from India and born in India but worked in Canada, and he's really, done very, very well. Very, very wealthy guy. Owns a big property here and does very well, something that we will earn one whole year, he earns in 1 month, HR consultant, head of, very intelligent guy. But one weakness that he has, anything to do with Apple, he must buy. Anything that Apple launches, he must buy. That means if it's Apple Watch, he must be the first to get it. If it's Apple Watch 2, he must be the first to get it. All the iPads he's got, all the iPhones he's got. That is Paul. He's my friend. Okay? So, 1 year ago, 27th of September last year, Paul needed a favor from me. And he says, Keith, I need this favor. It was a big favor. Okay? I said, yeah, sure. Okay, I'll get it done for you. So I just didn't even think about it, but it was a big favor. I would not do it for someone who I don't trust. So I just did it. And after doing the favor, he said somebody wanted to charge him a big amount of money for that favor. But since you did it and you don't want anything, I want to give you the same amount of money that I was supposed to pay for this person. So service, I need to pay. You did it for me as a favor, I will pay you. I said, no, Paul, I don't want it. Okay, you're my friend. I don't want the money. He insisted and insisted and insisted. I said, I tell you what, I will get the iPhone 7 when it comes. You get for me an iPhone 7 when it comes. And that was 1 year ago, September 27th last year, that iPhone 6 has just come. iPhone 6S also hasn't come. But he says, okay, I'll get for you the iPhone 7 when it comes. 1 year ago. Then you know what happened? I said, oh, okay. Every time there was, the leak of, the new iPhone coming, I have had my 6 for 2 years already. I've had iPhone 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6, I've had it. So I said, I'm getting the iPhone 7. So when everyone talked about the iPhone 7, I said, I already have the iPhone 7. But the guy said, hey, what are you talking? iPhone 6S also is not out. They're just launching it. But I said, no, I own the iPhone 7 already. No, you don't understand. The iPhone 7 is not even created. It's not even done. How can you say you have it? I said, because I know Paul has promised me iPhone 7. And when it comes, when it's done, when it's launched, I'll get it. That was the conviction I had. Tony and I went for a trip to Melbourne. And you know what happened? He paid for the hotel. Then I said, hey, how much do I owe you? He said, I'll let you know. Okay, then, when we came back, then he sent me a text. I said, okay, I'll put it in. But I was busy. Tony, did you even doubt that I'll put the money in? No, why? He knows me. For more than 35 years, Tony knows Keith. And he says, I said I'll put the money in. And it was delayed because I was running around, but never in his heart, he had a doubt that I'll put the money in. Because what did he say? No. He said one word. I know you. I know Paul. And I know Paul, number one, he will keep his word. Number two, he can afford it. No big deal for him. So when I went around, then when iPhone 6S came, he said, hey, Keith, I'm going to US. Shall I get for you the iPhone 6S? I said, no need. I'll wait for the iPhone 7. But I don't know when it's going to come. Doesn't matter. Let it come. When it comes, let it come. Delayed gratification. When you want something and you want the best, wait for it. And when you pray and ask God and release it to God, you know that He is able to do it. You know He is trustworthy. You know Him. And suddenly what happens? Before that, what happens? Is the conviction of substance of things hoped for and the evidence and convictions of things not seen. So you don't see it. I never saw the iPhone 7, correct? I never had it in my hands. I never owned it. But in my heart, I already owned it. When I was 39 years old, now I'm 53, when I was 39 years old, I said, God, we had a discussion over something. My classmate passed away, and I didn't even attend his funeral because I was with him throughout his tumor. I had to go to hospital all the time. Only then he will eat. Then when I heard he passed away, I didn't even want to attend his funeral. I was so shaken. I just drove to PD, sat in front of the sea, and I said, Lord, I'm 39. I want to live for another 50 years. Because I did something, God says, I believe I had a chat with God, and I believe I asked God for 50 years to live, and I believe He will give it to me. So everyone who knows Keith Garnison knows I'm going to live till 89. The reason I live, I believe with all my heart, convictions of things unseen, evidence, everything. I believe God is going to allow me to live till 89. I can die tomorrow, I don't care. But I believe I'm already living it. I already owned the iPhone 7 even before the iPhone 7 was even created. Because somebody said, I'm going to buy it for you. Do you understand the power of it? Do you understand the power of living in blessings in faith, even though you don't see it, even though you don't experience it, even though you don't hold it now? The only reason why is because the person who promised it is a person that you know. The person that promised it is a person that is able to keep his word. Okay, let me go on. Do you get it so far? Any questions? Okay. All right. So then what happened? iPhone 7, after, though the leaks were all out, everything, at last iPhone 7 was launched. Okay? iPhone 7 was launched October 9th. And what is that? Singapore straight away opened for order. And guess who was more excited and called me and says, hey, it's time to deliver what I promised you. I didn't call him. I didn't call Paul. Paul called me. Paul said, hey, I promised you something and it's time to deliver. I'm so excited. He ordered, the minute it was launched, he was first waiting at 12 o'clock US time. He ordered it online. So he ordered it online. He said, I've ordered mine and I'm ordering yours also. What spec do you want? Okay. Now, God is more excited to keep His word for you than you for Him to receive it. Because He's the God who promised. He wants to keep that word. He wants to bless you. He wants, just have to say, hey, I believe the fact that, hey, along the way I say, hey, Paul, just to let you know, the launch already, are you going to do what you promised? I didn't even have to call him. My phone is giving trouble already, I didn't give him hints. I think it's about time I should get the iPhone 7. It's launched already in the US. Do you know about the launch? I didn't even have to ask him. God is more excited. He is more anxious to give you the blessing, to make you live in His blessing, to give you the abundant life He has promised. More than you are excited about having it. More than you are excited about living the blessing, life of blessing, He is excited that you live the life of blessing. There's a lot of difference. A lot of difference in we chasing it, chasing the thing instead of the giver. Looking at the hands of blessing. Most time we thank God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me this, give me this, give me this. The minute we get it, we only see the hand. We never see the heart behind the giver. We don't see the heart behind the giver. Paul had the heart. He kept his promise and he kept chasing me. So I took, just Friday, I had to go to Singapore because I just took a bus early in the morning, went by MRT. By that time, he had sent me this photo. Do you know what the photo is saying? You all only see the papadam. Huh? We all must be hungry. Next to the papadam, there's something big there. He sent me a picture. Are you on the way? The papadam is waiting for you. I mean, one of the, Singapore has got very good Indian food. I must tell you, because the cooks are from India, the herbs are from India, the rice, everything's from India, so the food is amazing in India. Sometimes we ride our bikes to go to Singapore, just have lunch and ride back. That good the restaurants are. So I said, well, there's a nice photo of the papadam, Paul. What was he doing? He was teasing me. He was teasing me that, hey, something that I promised to give you is here. If you only see the papadam like most of you, you won't get excited. But there's a glimpse of something. I'm far away. I'm still in another 5 stations away. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't touched it yet. Something that I was promised 1 year ago. Something that I lived the promise. I enjoyed the feeling of not having it, but inside me, I know I already owned it, even before creation. I shared this with Jerry, just about a few months ago. I said, I already own the iPhone 6. iPhone 7 is already coming. So many of my friends, I told them, I got the iPhone 7 already. You're mad, iPhone 7 not even made. Yeah, I got it already. And this was coming close to touching what I was going to own. Okay? So then when the Muthu Curry House, very good food. Look at the food. Look at the array of food. I tell you, the fish head curry is fantastic. The crab, the prawns, all amazing food. Huh? Very nice restaurant. We had a good meal. And the time came. He gave the phone to me. He said, hey, this is your phone. Okay? And wow, I opened it. I was so excited. Okay? Joseph. So most times, like I said, most times this is what happens, we get a blessing, and wow, thank you, I got my iPhone 7. I think I'm the first one in Malaysia to have the iPhone 7 Plus. It's got 2 cameras, it's fantastic. We're happy with this, huh? That's it, we are very happy with this. We get so excited about this. We carry on life with this. And this is it. Whoa, I charge it, I play games with it, everything. Tell everybody, see, hey, you got iPhone? I got iPhone 7 Plus now, hey. Nobody in Malaysia has got it. I can go into the swimming pool also with it now. We only see the hands. But the very heart that planned it, we don't see further than these hands. We forget God after that. We take our blessings, we move on. We forget God. We forget the giver. We take, we forget the giver. Next time we ask, we see the hand, got hand, got blessing. Oh, no blessing. Ew. We only look for this. But the heart behind the hand plans. Hey, I want Keith to have this. I want to use Paul to bless Keith. I want him to live in this blessing. I don't deserve it, honestly. I don't need it now. Because I have a very good iPhone 6, still works well. Don't really, but God always gives you far ahead of what you desire. You plant a small seed, but you get a big tree, and you get fruits from the tree, from the seed that comes out. Look at God's, blessing, the amount of blessing He gives you. So remember the heart. Remember, behind the hand is the heart that planned all this. Remember the person of God behind all this. Thank you. Okay? So this is something that we forget. This is something that we need to live by to remember God, okay? And after this, faith in whom? The Bible says, have faith, right? Faith in whom? Who is he? Is he trustworthy? Is he like Paul, who will keep his word? Okay, what does Genesis 1:1 says? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Who is God? God made everything. Okay, Matthew 24:35. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall never pass away, but not pass away. God equals, keeps his word and can be relied on, correct? More than Paul. Paul could have died and not kept his word. He wanted to keep his word, but he died. I cannot ask his son, Philip, or his wife, Malar, to, hey, your father gave me his word to me, Hey, but this iPhone 7 is launched and he can give me a. The son cannot keep it. The son can die. The father can die. The son can die. And the promise would have been dead with them. I would have never got the iPhone 7 if Paul would have died. And Paul really had almost a heart attack. He was traveling, he had to stop his travels. He almost had a heart attack, And that could have happened. But God says, heaven and earth shall pass away. His word will never pass away. And in the very beginning, if you look at Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, there was nothing else but God. And God is there. God can never die. God will always keep his word. So, can you imagine? You can rely on him. Okay, if I had so much of faith and confidence in Paul, and today I got what I want, I had the conviction, I had the evidence of things not seen, and today I got it, right? But what about God? Can He be relied on? Is He trustworthy? Look at this. This is already there in the Bible. Okay? Hebrews 11:6. And without faith it is impossible to please Him. For whoever would draw near to God must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who seek Him. Okay, so what is the equation here? No faith equals cannot please God. So the only thing you must have is you must have faith, then you automatically please Him. Okay, then when you draw near to Him, you believe He exists. Can you draw near to God? Do you believe God exists? Okay, if you seek Him, He will already reward you with blessings. So it's no big deal. Huh? You just have to believe God. Abraham believed God. God says, you're going to have a child. Hey, God, you must be kidding. My wife is so old, I am so old. But Bible says he never wavered in his faith. He really believed with all his heart this will happen. And he did. Okay? And God loves that when you do things like this. I know when Jerry, after his accident, when he says, I need to start something, oh, really? And today is a reality. And it's a reality also in Melbourne. And it's something out of faith. And when you have that kind of faith, or when you have faith at all in God, number one, that when you draw near to Him, you believe He exists, and you seek Him, automatically what happens? You have blessings. So, how to live in the blessings of God? Have faith. Have faith in whom? In God. Because why? I know Him. Like Tony says, I know you. You will surely put it in. I know Paul. He will surely keep his word. And he's become a reality. Today I hold what is a reality. So, if God tells you something in the Bible, there are more than 8,000 promises in the Bible. And if you look, and if you go and pay a small amount of money, you can get a personalized Bible. With every promise, the 8,000 promise will have Gerald Gomez. God says, Gerald Gomez, you will this. Gerald Gomez, 8,000 times they will print your name and give you the personalized Bible. When you read, you will see your name printed there. Then it becomes, hey, it's so personal to me. Yes, it is. Even when you read, you don't have to have, when he says you just say, Tony Kuloraj. Michelle. You can say your own name. Alex, So, this is what happens. So, after blessing, how do you live in the blessings? After getting blessing, what is all these blessings for in the first place? For you to live happily and that's it. What is the blessings for? Living in the blessings of God and to be of a blessing to others is very, very important. Seeking just the hand of God is receiving blessing, correct? Seeking God's heart, and what is in God's heart? God's heart is always to not just bless you, right? To bless others, correct? And He gives you all this so that you can also be a blessing to others. This is very, very important. Ruth chapter 2 verse 1, and Naomi had a kinsman of a husband, a mighty man of wealth. That means Boaz was a very, very wealthy man. When the Bible says, when there was famine in the land, there was abundance especially in where Boaz was. Okay? There will be the economy and there will be your economy. Remember that. Okay? Oh, the whole world is going through economy. Don't worry. You have your own economy. In God, you have your own economy. All you have to do is, again, have faith in God, know who is He, and you'll get the rewards and blessings. So, you do not fall into the economy. You always fall into your economy. And your economy is dependent on your faith. Your faith in whom? In God. Who was there in the very beginning? Who says He will never not keep His word. So, do you see the equation now? Do you understand your equation? Okay. Then you see what happens. in Ruth chapter 2 verse 3, so she set out. Who is she? Ruth set out and went and gleaned in the field after the reapers. And she happened to come to a part of the field belonging to Boaz, who is the clan of Elimelech. So what is this? This mighty rich man had one principle he followed. Not just one, many. If you read the life of Boaz, you'll find he's a great man. A wonderful example of a great man. But what did he do? He allowed gleaning in his land. When you start getting blessings of God in your life, you must allow gleaning. What is gleaning? Let's look at Leviticus chapter 23 verse 22. This is what Boaz followed. Okay? And when you reap the harvest of your land, when you become wealthy, when you become rich, when you have 200 ringgit in your pocket, you shall not reap your fields right to the edge. So the very coins in your pocket, when you have 200 ringgit, your 1 ringgit, all your coins, all those are all what? Reap. It's the edges. Nor shall you gather the gleanings after the harvest. After you pay $200 meal, waiting for 1 ringgit 50 cents, 2 ringgit, it's okay. You give. That's what happens. You shall leave them for the poor and for the sojourners, foreigners. We are nearby many Bangladeshi, many Myanmar, many people. We are along with them. I am the Lord your God. So Boaz equals wealthy, allowed gleaning, and a great blessing to others. Correct? Naomi was his king's person. He was a kingsman for Naomi's family. But who was Ruth? Ruth was a foreigner. Ruth has come into his land. When he found out and he had already allowed gleaning, she was one of the gleaners. You go to a petrol station, you see Bangladeshi there. You go to you come to your housing area, you see Pakistanis cutting grass. Myanmar guys doing the noodles for you. These blessings are not just money, remember that. These blessings are also health, protection. When I was, went to Melbourne, I agreed to go to Melbourne, I just went. And my family had gone off to, another part for holiday. 20 days they were away. I was away for a few days. My son was sleeping alone in the house. When we came back one Saturday and sat down, after the whole trip, all came back, sat down in the ELCB, where the electrical point is near my house is, got sound. Lights were going on and off. I say, what is this? I say, switch off this, switch off that. I was trying to eliminate and to see what is happening. Suddenly there were sparks. Saturday night, about 10 o'clock in the night, there were sparks coming out of the ELCB. I switched off everything and I just looked at the light. Fire and smoke coming out of the ELCB, where the electrical point is. I said, oh my God. Then I said, immediately we called the electrician. All were not free. And then I came out, my neighbor was there, and the neighbor said, no, I have a friend who's an electrician. Came at 10 something. He said, he looked at it, he said, I have ELCB. He changed it. He says, I tell you all are very, very, his word, lucky. Your whole house could have been burned. Because, when my neighbors were doing the renovation, the ELCB moved a bit, kept moving. So once a year, he told me, once a year, call electrician and come and tighten your ELCBs. Because when they move, the earth wire starts to move and touch other wires and sparks comes out. And my son was alone in the house. And he sleeps like a log. Upstairs he sleeps like it's no tomorrow. The whole house could have been burned. He could have died. We were all away. Nobody was in the house for a few days. Why wait till we come back? Why wait one Saturday night when we were all sitting down, suddenly we see the thing happen? Could have happened any time. These are rewards also. These are blessings also. I'm riding the bike, I'm riding the bike in the middle of Taipan. Everything okay, new battery, just change. Wow, riding. Suddenly I said, I better go here, better go there. I said, okay, I think I want to go back already. Just as I decide to go back, poof, the bike stops in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Taipan, hot sun. The bike stopped, big bike, pushing also difficult. Suddenly just next to me, one guy pulls over in a old Honda, Kapchai, and he helps me to push the bike, push it up and everything. Myanmar guy. Say, I've seen you I'm the coffee shop. You always come, you leave money behind. I remember you. That's why I stop and push for you. So, living in the blessings, not just money, people coming to help. People, God protecting your family, God protecting your health, God protecting this, protecting that. So many hidden things that He does for you. But this is living. You ask, Tony, you ask Jerry, wherever I go, it's almost like I got favor, right? Everything that I desire, I think also I get. Before I can think also I'll get it sometimes. I say, oh God, what? Somebody can give you. And the exact color and the exact thing that you even thought in your mind. Okay? This kind of favor, this kind of blessing, to live in it itself is great. And can you imagine from age 39 to now, 14 years, I have lived every day. I have not existed at all. I've decided to live. Many exist. Morning came, afternoon came, night I sleep, next morning came, 1 week passed, 1 month passed, 1 year passed, 10 years has passed. I've existed. No difference to my life, no difference to my family life, no difference to friends, no difference to anybody. Every day I made a difference. I make a conscious difference every day. Okay, every day. You ask Alex, he's a neighbor that walked around. I just saw him, said hello to him. Today he's in church with me. Yesterday I was riding back from PD. I saw him along the way. Hey, come, let's have a drink, chit chat. I go to church. I said, oh, you go to church? Hey, come with me, we go to church tomorrow. And he's with me today. Okay, so everything that you do makes a difference. Because you have the attitude that, number one, you're living in the blessings of God. And the only reason you're living in the blessings of God is because you have faith in Him. And who is He? He's the creator of the heavens and the earth. And He always keeps His word. He keeps His promises. Okay? So, remember that you're a new creation. Okay? I'm coming to the end. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, you're a new creation. Okay? You're all old things have passed away, new things have come. I am a new creation. I used to be a Hindu. I hated Christianity. I just hated Christianity. The only thing that I liked about Christianity is because I was in Sentul, St. Joseph's Church was nearby. Every year, Christmas time, they'll give you coupons. You go and exchange coupon with gifts. Or that's the only thing I liked. But anything else about Christianity, I hated. Because it was drilled into us, there is a white man's religion. You'll spoil your life, it's this, they eat beef. Oh, big thing, for us. Because we are Hindus, huh? Then, I was hated by the family when I accepted the Lord. My father whacked me, and my brothers whacked me. I was the youngest of 7. They all took time to whack me. You better give up, better give up. I got whacking when I was 16. I was really, had a bad time. And my worst thing is they say, hey, your sister is not married. Nobody's going to, give a bridegroom for your sister because you are a Christian. You spoiled our name already. They're scared when your brother-in-law come, his family also, you might disturb them and tell them about Christianity so they won't even come near your family. It was so bad. You jeopardize your sister's life. But God says, I will give you a good life. Though I hated Christianity, if somebody talked to me about the Lord, I punched them in the face. But I enjoyed it. Then they'll stay way far from me, But one day I heard the voice of God. And He said, come to me and I'll give you a good life. That was 1979. Okay? And till today, I tell you, God has kept His word. I'm the type, Tony always says, you are crazy. I don't know how you give up job. Move job. I just listen to God. I had a good job, like what Jerry was saying. Good job. Good position, sales director and all, wearing suit all. God says, you want, give it up? I said, okay. I gave my resignation, don't know what to do. Just below my door was Koei. Next day from sales director to salesman. Go and sell Koei. Never, don't know how to do Koei also. Wearing uniform, wearing tie, you got name Koei, everywhere Koei. What is all this lah? From a good job to go and do, selling water purifier, renting water purifier. People come to me, some of the people I know, I go behind and hide. You're so shy. But God says, you're not doing anything wrong. Stand there and face them. So I stand there and face them. Within 1.5 months, I got 3 times more than what I was getting from the first job. After 1 year, my company insisted, 5 times they called me back, they insisted, and I went back to a higher position, then went in the same company, doubled my salary. After 1 year. And that 1 year break was amazing. But I had no idea where the money was coming from. Kids were studying, mortgages to pay, motorcycle almost got tarik, Yeah, I went through all that. Then one day, Jerry said, hey, we got this Nigerian pastor in my house. Come lah, all of them were there. I went with the tie all, with the uniform all, went, attended for a while and quickly went for, to do sales. That's what all I went through, okay? Then, end of last year, God said, okay, time to give up. Very good job, buddy. That time, country manager, making good money. Hey, give up. I got a wild card for you. You want what wild card? I thought I'm going to get a regional job, double my salary again. I'm very happy. Come back to zero again. Do your own business. And that story is also a miracle because in 2 seconds I would have lost everything. Meaning, I shared with you all, I don't know whether you remember, I was in Jakarta and I wanted to meet these manufacturers. The door was going to open before they left. I went in, I said, hey, this is my name, this is my card. I was hoping the floor will say, I will help you. But, they were big time people, they had no time for you. But next to him was a pastor that I helped 2 years before. 2 years before that in Subang, and I saw the pastor, I gave him a lift. He asked me for a lift. I didn't know he was a pastor. In the car, he told me he's a pastor. And when I dropped him off, I think I had 100 or 150, I'm not sure. I just shook his hand, put the money in his hand, and I went off. I remember Joel telling me very clearly, just because somebody said, Pastor, you're giving money. I asked for money, so you don't give. I said, maybe he's a con man, you never know. I said, it's okay, 2 years later, I saw this guy in Jakarta next to this manufacturer. He said, hey, this is a good guy. He gave me money. He gave me lift. I had forgotten about this guy. So from there came MPX, our product. Now came the fiber product. You see, I just went to collect the thing from Singapore, right? I had to spend some money to go there to collect the phone. One day before that, our product came. I had orders from the, even the Negeri Sembilan, Menteri Besar ordered our product. So many people waiting for the fiber product to come. And the minute the fiber product came, I had orders of 20 boxes in Singapore. So my trip was paid for, everything was covered. When I came back from Melbourne, I put in my own money to travel. Came back from Melbourne, the whole cost was covered. 2 orders, 2 phone calls the day I landed, covered my cost for the whole of Melbourne trip. So if you take living in blessings, living in rewards, I'm really living it. Okay, I'm really living it. Ask me, are you terror, very, very rich? Not yet, coming, getting there. Getting there, but I'm enjoying the trip. I'm enjoying every day. Jerry said, rest one day a week, right? So I used to work like crazy day and night, but now Wednesday I get to rest. I take half day, I take full day, anything. Then Saturday, Sunday I rest again. Okay, go for Mandarin classes. Now I go for guitar because I want to play in the street. I want to play at least 2 songs. How great is our God, the one you sang? And Amazing Grace. 2 songs I can sing, I'm happy already. Nobody believe I can play the guitar. I will. So I'm going for lessons. So everything that I do, I go for lesson, I pay money for the lesson, end up the groups all buy product, my lessons all free. I go to the gym, I go and sign up, I see so many doctors all buy from me, my gym all free. So it's like that. Everywhere I go, everything that I do, because I'm walking in faith, I'm walking in God. I believe that everything He promised I will get. I gave up things, like what Jerry says, you give up things to get something better. You just keep walking in promises. You just keep walking in blessings. So those of you who are saying, I've given up on God, I've given up, I don't think He exists, or I don't think He's going to bless me, remember, have faith in Him. He will always reward those who seek Him. Okay, let's go back. Reward those who draw near to Him, believe He exists, and seek Him. That's all. Okay?